Hello, welcome to my home. I thought that it would be really fun to show you guys like how I eat throughout the day. So I'm gonna give you guys a little look into the meals that I eat and some of the drinks that I drink. So this morning and every single morning I start off with a little lemon and cayenne water. So I have water heating up on my kettle right now. And then I also am going to use a little cayenne pepper. I do this every single morning and I absolutely love it. It's helped improve my skin and also it's just been amazing for my digestion. So instead of doing like coffee first thing in the morning, I've been doing lemon and cayenne water. So I also do this before I eat anything as well. So something really important to keep in mind if you do want to incorporate lemon and cayenne water into your daily morning routine, always start with half of like room temperature water and then add in your boiling water. So that way you don't kill all of the beautiful natural enzymes from the lemon, which are so important for digestion. And it's delicious. It's like a really good, like sweet way to start your morning. And also it just helps create a little bit of heat in the body, which is really important in the morning as well. So yeah, I'm gonna sip on this and then I'm going to get a workout in. And then after that, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do for breakfast and it's gonna be pretty delicious. Okay, so I just finished my workout and then I also took my dog for a walk. I am very hungry and I have some leftover macadamia nut milk and oat milk that I put together, hoping it comes out good. So I usually do a plant-based milk and I'm gonna make a smoothie. So I am gonna fill up my cup with the milk. Sometimes I just do macadamia nut milk, sometimes coconut milk. I love oat milk. And then I also am going to put in a plant-based protein. I love vanilla plant-based protein. It's my favorite. So yeah, I just do like a scoop of that in my smoothie. And then I have been changing it up lately and I have been doing spirulina and acai powder. And it is absolutely delicious. And then I'm going to add some blueberries and then I also am gonna add banana and then ice. I usually have frozen bananas in the freezer. I don't have any frozen right now. I forgot to freeze some. So I'm just using a regular banana. And then I'm gonna do lots of ice so that way it's a really good smoothie texture. You could probably just drink it right out of the like the blender bottle if you have one, which I probably could, but I like to make it a little fancy and I add a little bit of this probiotic yogurt into the jar and I kind of just stick it on the side so it looks really pretty. And then I'll show you. So I just kind of like rub it along the inside. Just kind of swirl it. I also just really like it because it has that extra probiotics in it. I don't like to blend it in with the smoothie, so I just like to add a little bit. And then I am going to top with a little extra. I'm going to top with a little homemade granola. I will actually post the recipe in the comments below. I made this last week and it is so good. I only used like the smallest amount of maple syrup and it came out perfect. And then I'm gonna do a little extra dollop on top. And there you go. Oh, let me get a straw. It is delicious, like my favorite smoothie lately. So I always do a smoothie. Sometimes I'll do like a little omelette, like a veggie. I'll do like a bunch of veggies and then do 2 eggs on top. And then sometimes if I'm really hungry, I'll do a gluten-free English muffin and I'll do some avocado on it with a little salsa and cayenne pepper, red pepper flakes, and a little bit of coconut oil. But this is basically what I eat for breakfast. This keeps me full like all morning, and then I can go about my day and get ready. And after I finish this, I'll show you guys what's next. Okay, so I just showered and I'm about to start getting ready for the day. And while I get ready, I like to drink my coffee. It's kind of just like, you know, speeds up the process of the day. And coffee is something that I truly love. It's a part of my ritual. It's a part of my daily morning routine. I truly, truly love coffee. You cannot take my coffee away from me. So this is something that I have every day. I also love iced coffee, and I always have pre-made coffee in the fridge. Right now we are in the process of investing in a good coffee maker, but for now we make it in a French press, so I make it ahead of time, and I just store it in a mason jar in the fridge. So pretty easy. I don't add anything crazy to my coffees. I just do macadamia nut milk. You can add cinnamon, but I just love a good, creamy, delicious, sugar-free coffee. And of course, I love a good swirl. This is how I start my morning every single day. Okay, so it's lunchtime. I'm really hungry, very hungry. And I'm going to make a salad. So I make this salad probably like, I wanna say like 5 out of 7 days of the week. Usually Monday through Friday, I'll do this salad for lunch. And then on the weekends, sometimes we eat out for lunch, but I'll get something like similar. I used to do like the same exact salad for like 5 years straight. I did like kale, cilantro, bell peppers, red onion. It also had like cilantro in it, and then I did lemon, agave nectar, and olive oil. It was delicious. But of course, over the course of 5 years, I got really sick of it. And so now I make something a little different. And I am gonna heat up some brown rice. So brown rice and things like quinoa are things that I'll meal prep like at the beginning of the week. So I can just throw them easily into lunches. We can use them as a base for bowls for dinner. So it just makes life a lot easier. So I'm just gonna heat some of this up. Okay, so while I'm heating up the brown rice, I'm also heating up some salmon in the oven as well. And then of course, I got a nice big bowl, and I am going to add some kale. So I'm gonna chop this up, and I'm gonna add it in. Okay, so since I work from home, I have the luxury to be able to make my meals as I want them, but you can easily meal prep this. And what's amazing about kale is that you can put the dressing on it and it won't get soggy. So you can make it like the night before and just put the dressing on it. You don't have to worry about separating the dressing from your salad. It actually tastes better, in my opinion, that way. So I'm just gonna take the kale and just drop it in. Then I always do cabbage. It's one of my favorite vegetables. It's just really nice because it adds a really nice crunch. So I like to do a mix of red cabbage and green cabbage. I also have green one on hand too. And I just kind of lightly chop it up and then just toss it in. Next, something else that I love is bell peppers. I feel like they're such a salad staple. I don't really know what a salad is without them. So I do slices and then I'll chop into little squares. I don't love like big chunks in my salad. I like everything to be pretty small. So I'll just toss that in. And then course, red onion. Red onion is also like a staple. That's always in my salads. Okay, something else that I really love in salads is celery. And I'm just gonna use a little bit. I love celery. It's one of those vegetables that I feel like gets really forgotten about. But I like salads because they're super crunchy. I'm a crunchy person. Like, I could eat like a bag of chips, you know, like the whole thing. Like, I'd rather have chips than like ice cream because I just prefer to like crunch. I don't know. And then I always have fresh herbs. So I like to add a little cilantro, or a lot. And then I just like to give it like a little mincing, just so I get it in like every bite. So I have all my veggies in, and now before I add the protein and the brown rice, I'm gonna whip up a little dressing. So I'm gonna do this really quickly and easily. I don't really measure anything, but if you wanted to measure it, I would do like 1 part vinegar and then 2 parts oil, and then add a little salt and a squirt of Dijon mustard. So I take a little bowl, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit of Dijon, a little squirt, and then I'm gonna add a little red wine vinegar. Balsamic vinegar would also be really good too. And then I like to do avocado oil, but olive oil works great as well. And then of course, I always add a little pinch of salt. And I'm also really thirsty. I finished my coffee and now it's time for some water. And I don't just do any water during the day. I like to do a little spa water. So I always have mint on hand. I love fresh mint. So I just do a little bit at the bottom of the glass. And then something I always have on hand are lemons and limes. So I am just gonna do a couple slices of lemon and then drop those in. A little lime, a little cucumber, a little bit of ginger, and lastly, I do a little strawberry. How delicious does that look? My favorite way to hydrate. Okay, I added the brown rice and the salmon. And then I like to add a little extra crunch because, well, I like crunch. So I'm gonna take some pine nuts and I'm just gonna sprinkle them on. I also like adding like warm foods, like warm brown rice and salmon. I love it because it just helps the dressing kind of absorb better into the salad. Now I'm gonna add some pumpkin seeds. And that is lunch. Okay, so it is dinner time and I am about to start cooking. We are having shrimp tonight for our protein, and then I'm gonna cook up some veggies. I'm gonna roast a little sweet potato. I'm gonna cut this into cubes and then drizzle it with oil and salt and just cook it for about 40 minutes. And then I'm gonna do some veggies. So we do like a similar like meal every night. We just change up the ingredients. So I'm going to be sauteing some broccoli with a little jalapeno for a little spice. And then I'm gonna slice up these mushrooms and some bell pepper. I'm also going to add some onion and garlic as well. And then on the side, I'm gonna do some greens with a little oil and vinegar. And I do greens with like all of my dinners. Okay, so because I had a salad for lunch, I'm going to kind of mix it up. So I'm gonna do something a little different for the dressing. So instead of the avocado oil and red wine vinegar that I used, I'm gonna do balsamic vinegar and olive oil. So I just take like a bunch of greens and just kind of toss them in a bowl like that. And then I just drizzle on some oil and vinegar. Okay, dinner is ready and I'm really hungry. I almost ate without even showing you guys the final products. There we go, some shrimp and some sauteed veggies. And that is what dinner looks like tonight. And then I also roasted some sweet potatoes. Look at that crisp. And I'm gonna go eat. Okay, so while I get cozy here, I wanted to share a few things. So this whole video is pretty much just to show you like basically what I eat in a day. It's not telling you what to eat or how to eat. I always think that listening to your body is really important. Listening to your body when you're hungry, and listen to your body when you want something. So basically, if you're someone that likes to snack during the day, if you like to graze all day, if you have trouble when you stop by your snack cabinet reaching in for your kids' snacks, I have 3 tips. One is to stay hydrated, and that is something that is really important. Drink all day long. That will definitely help with appetite control. The second thing is with appetite control, you want to fill up on healthy fats and fiber and healthy protein. Those are super important. So make sure that you always have things like avocado oil, olive oil, or coconut oil with your meal, some kind of nuts and seeds, then having some fiber in there. And then I also love to fill up on just lots of protein. So healthy protein, healthy lean protein. I love quinoa, I love salmon, I love tuna. There's all different kinds of protein and fats, carbohydrates, fiber options out there. So fill up on those. Those will definitely help. Okay, tip number 3. My third tip is about snacking. So you're hungry. It's after lunchtime. You ate lunch at, let's say, 12. Dinner time's at 5. And somewhere in between there, you're gonna wanna eat. So the whole 3 meals a day kind of thing, you can kick it to the curb. I think that between lunch and dinner, you need a little bridge. So I like to meal prep snacks ahead of time. So I'll make some hummus, a cashew dip, a salsa, something that is healthy and clean. And then I'll chop up some veggies, I'll chop up some carrots, I'll chop up some bell peppers, I'll chop up some celery, I'll have grain-free crackers on hand, and I'll already have those set aside in containers. So when 3 o'clock hits and I really want a snack, I will go into my fridge and I'll already have my snack available to me. This way too, you're not just reaching into your snack cabinet and grabbing one of your kids' snacks and just grazing mindlessly. This way, you're eating something that your body truly needs, and it'll give you the energy to move on throughout your day. Okay, so I have one last tip. It's a secret, not really. Tip number 4, do not deprive yourself. That is my biggest tip. When you deprive yourself of food, you're causing stress on your body that you don't need. So eat your snack. Don't worry if dinner is right around the corner or lunch is right around the corner, or if you didn't do a big workout that morning. Don't deprive yourself of food when you're hungry. So just listen to your body and figure out, am I hungry? What am I really gonna need? What's gonna give me the energy to move on through the rest of the day? And if you are hungry, then eat. If you're not, grab some water, go outside, go for a walk, get some fresh air, and just re-energize.